that doesn't crash. I am trying something a little bit new. Instead of using the external screen for the wall-mounted monitor that I have, I'm just using my regular screen. That way I don't injure my neck. Like after the past couple of games, I'm like, fuck, my neck hurts. It's from craning it to look up in the corner wall. The TV mounted in the game room, when I put it in here, the idea was to have something that everybody could see, and that's why it's up in that corner. So I've been using it just as an external monitor to the tablet, and so unfortunately where it's sitting, you know, I'm forced to lean back and to see the screen. Making sure that none of this is failing on me like it did last night. Alright, well, welcome to Tyranny of Dragons. We will be picking up where we left off last week. If you are watching on Twitch, you can scroll down, you should see some tiles there. If you don't see the tiles, please click on my profile image and those tiles should pop up. We would like to thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. The first on the list is Talon Claw. They make beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your games, such as wooden DM screens, dice vaults, dice trays. They have a full line of D&D and Pathfinder class-themed drinking coasters. They now have a full line of cutting boards, so if you like to serve a meat and cheese platter while you're gaming, you can set one of these in the middle of your table and go about your business. Definitely, they do custom work, so you can have like custom images and things like that laser engraved onto the items. They take a little bit of time, but their craftsmanship is definitely worth it. So check them out. Next on the list is the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make leather products and other accessories for your tabletop games, such as full leather covers for your core rule books, and she has a line of dice bracelets that each, like there's the Pride bracelet where each color of the dice on the bracelet is a different color. She has a dice rolling mat that made of leather, that when you roll it up it looks like a spell scroll. She does absolutely amazing work. If you do order from her, give it a little bit of time. She's in the UK, so it can take a bit. Definitely think ahead, especially if you're ordering for a gift or something that's time sensitive. You'll want to give it that extra time to make it through customs. And then we have Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes beard products such as balms, oils, beard butter, co-wash, all manner of beard related things, and each scent profile is a different fantasy character. I just ordered, personally I just ordered the Marksman Co-Wash, which smells like cedar and pine and all things of woodsy goodness. They have a deal. If you're a first-time purchaser, you can put in your email address and you can get a discount on your purchase. Put 2 beard oils into your cart. Use the code FIRST and the second beard oil will be discounted to free. So check them out. And we'd like to throw a shout out to the author Matthew Kerwin, who is the author of the new Traveler novel, The Wagner Incident. If you like science fiction, definitely give him a look. You can find his book, The Wagner Incident, on Amazon, $2.99 for Kindle and $8.99 trade paperback. So, where we left off, you guys had journeyed with yet another caravan. This caravan charged by Lord Dagalt Neverember, the Open Lord of Waterdeep, to travel north. His plan being that evidently in the intervening years since the eruption of Mount Hutnau, that the road going from Waterdeep to Neverwinter has gone into disrepair and has been overtaken by the swamp that is the Mare of Deadmen. And the Cult of the Dragon had signed on with this caravan traveling north with the final destination being a roadhouse that is being temporarily used to house workers and supplies for road repairs, called the Carnath Roadhouse. You found out that the Cult of the Dragon is using Carnath Roadhouse as a basically a temporary waypoint for all of their ill-gotten treasure that they have been stealing to create Tiamat's Horde. And you discovered that there was a tunnel underneath the roadhouse that leads out, goes about a quarter of a mile and leads out into the swamp, and that lizard folk have been coming in through the secret tunnel into the strong room in the warehouse and taking crates that are marked for the Cult of the Dragon and stealing them away to another location. You have followed the tunnel, and the tunnel leads out into the bare marsh that it is partially obscured by shrubbery and swamp reeds, and you come out and you can see that there is a clear trail leading off into the marsh, and you can see, I mean, there's no doubting that this is the direction. You can see several lizard folk footprints. This is what passes for dry ground in the mare. Water is, every time you step, water seeps up out of the ground. And you just see this trail leading off through the reeds. You don't need to make a survival check or anything like that to track them. It is quite obvious. However, I will allow somebody to make a survival check one time for a realization. So whoever of you wants to make the survival check, go for it.
I have a +4. Does anyone else have higher?
For me.
Nope.
Alright, I'll give it a go then.
Yip has 7.
Well, then go.
All right. So Yip, if Shredder wants to help, Yip, you can make that at advantage.
Go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So your realization is that you probably want to stick to this trail. If you step off the trail, the reeds in this marsh and the marsh itself are, so these marsh reeds and grasses are as tall as you are. Well, they're taller than Yip, obviously, and taller than sorry, brain fart. Elmira, being that they're short people. But these reeds are like as tall, or they, kind of just go over by an inch or two over Schlagen's head. So if you step off this trail, it's not going to take very long that you are going to be lost, and you'll have to make tracking checks in order to even find the trail again, or to find out where you are in the marsh. So you probably want to stick to this trail, is what the revelation
And
is.
you said that this was coming out of the ground?
I'm sorry, what?
You said that there's like water on the ground too?
Yeah, so every time it is a muddy, swampy mess, and with every step, water seeps up to the surface. So it's a swamp.
That's not good for my character.
Yeah, your dislike of water could be an issue for you.
I'm kind of just having a steady anxiety attack the whole time we're here right now.
Right, yeah. Doing that thing that cats do when their feet get wet, every step you're shaking your foot.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like my Aunt Mabel's mud farm back home.
What did your aunt farm? Mud. Like that episode of Firefly, the episode of Firefly with the mud miners.
Yep.
Oh, I love that show.
So, because of the soggy ground and just difficulty of traveling, even following this trail, it is difficult terrain the entire way that you're making your way through this along this trail. The other thing that you notice about these tracks with your survival check is that it is obvious that these lizard folk were carrying heavy items because of the depth that of their footprints in the trail. So you can see that they were carrying chests and heavily laden goods.
All the Xboxes.
Yes, they're stealing the Xboxes.
And what they don't know is half of them have a right ring of death.
So you guys travel on this trail, and because of the difficulty, it takes you most of the day. But by evening, you come to a small. I hesitate to call it a clearing, but there's a section where the reeds have been trampled down, and it isn't much of a camp. Just a clearing that's slightly drier than the muck you've been wading through. But 4 wicker lean-tos and a stone platform for lighting a fire above the soggy ground command attention in this wilderness. 3 dugout canoes are drawn up near one of the lean-tos. A few dozen yards beyond the campsite, in the direction you've been traveling, dry land ends. Other than moss-covered trees, fallen logs, and thick clumps of reeds, nothing rises above the still black water. So it is evening. This is a pre-made camp. Inside the huts, you find that there's nobody in the camp. Inside the huts, you find a couple of just reed mats that they've woven to sleep on. Some wicker baskets. In the wicker baskets, you find dried fish or smoked fish, and you also find some small lizards and birds that look like they've just been smashed with a rock and then laid out in the sun to dry. Completely unappetizing, but edible. So, did you guys...
Back to me, yum yum.
Did you guys want to camp here for the night, or do you want to push on into the darkness? Now, you've got 3 of these woven reed boats that you can continue to follow the trail. Now, the other thing that you've noticed as you're following the trail, and you can see this a short ways out into the water that's a few yards from the edge of this camp, there have been and there's occasionally, like swampy trees that are overhanging with moss. You're noticing that there are marks made on the trees, or like every once in a while you'll see like a leather thong that's tied to the tree that are marking the trail and the direction to go. So in the darkness, it could be difficult to see those signs, being that you're out in the swamp. But it's up to you. Do you want to camp for the night, or would you like to push on?
How many of us have like dark vision or anything like that? Or how many of us don't have that?
I does not.
Yep, does.
I do not. I can detect magic, but that's about it.
Magic thongs. Well, I think that's what strippers wear.
Someone cast a light spell?
Do we want to cast the light spell?
That would be the next question. Once we can or cannot, we decide whether we should or should not.
Right.
So, with the food out drying, I mean, isn't it? This is probably an occupied camp where people are missing or people are gone now, but
Right.
right, like it's so they might be coming back. I don't know.
Yep.
Like it's a little Goldilocks situation. I'm like, what's up, bears? I don't know.
His bed is too firm.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a great plan. But moving through the forest in the cover of darkness, or a swamp in the cover of darkness, doesn't ever seem like a good idea either.
True.
At about that point, Bognock, make a perception check.
All right. Open my big mouth and There we go. Yeah, terrible. I perceive nothing.
Okay.
I noticed I have feet.
You talk about this.
Okay. Hold on here.
Could just cast Thunder Wave and just bring everything to us. Just get it done and over with.
Okay. That works.
It's been here. Thanks, man.
Okay, so what are we thinking, guys?
Lie in wait, see if people return at the sun.
And make ourselves somewhat comfortable. Then just wait and see who turns up.
Something like that. I can go into my shell. I don't mind laying in the mud.
Well, and I have my fancy pants armor. Well, no, I have to take my armor off to sleep.
Well, if we're resting, I will take first watch.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just rest here.
Okay. So on first watch, you aren't even down for an hour when hold on here, let me throw you guys up here. Oops. Shit. Woohoo. So you're not even asleep for roughly an hour when 3 more reed boats come up. Each of these boats has a lizard folk in it, and they can see that the camp it's occupied. Now here's a question: when you made camp, did you make a fire? Or are you sleeping in the cold, wet muck of
I
the?
think that was up for debate. I don't think we actually decided.
For lying in wait for other people to get back, probably not making a fire.
Okay.
Seems logical.
All right. If there's no fire, then the lizard folk would not foresee anything being amiss. And Schlagen, you go ahead and make a perception check. You can make it at advantage because, I mean, these guys they're not sneaking up and they're not being quiet.
Oh, nat 20?
Oh, yeah. So you see that there are 9 lizard folk making their way up. Everybody roll initiative.
Stupid water is waking cat up. Like,
taking it.
Oops. Okay. All right. So, Schlagen, as your free action, are you going to call out and try to wake people up?
Yeah, I'll just. Have they noticed us?
Oh yeah. Yes, they have.
Oh, if they noticed us, then yeah, I'm just. Hey, get the hell off!
All right. So Bognog, you awaken, and these to Schlagen's call for alarm. What would you like to do?
Well, my action will be putting my armor back on.
Okay.
Because I have to sleep.
So you are
And
putting
then
on your armor.
My bonus action will be to throw rocks. Why am I not? Okay. So, let's see. Because I assume we're engaging. I mean, they're coming for us. They know we're there. We're not talking our way out of the lizard people, yes?
Right.
Okay. So, for some reason, I'm not able to... Oh, there we go. I couldn't... Oh, that was really slow motion. Sorry, as I have a conversation with myself out loud. Okay, so that closest lizard to us at the bottom.
Down.
That
Yep,
guy?
that guy.
Yeah. I'm going to throw rocks at him.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So, here we go. Rock number 1. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. And damage. I'm gonna throw all of my rocks specifically at him.
Okay.
So 9 to hit probably doesn't.
No.
And then last rock.
That's a hit.
And there we go.
Okay.
And
So
that's it.
he takes rock damage.
Kick rocks!
Schlagen, what would you like to do?
1 second. Here, Uncle Ted. I am going to, let me double check something with you.
Mhm.
For my Eldritch Blast,
Right.
it says at 5th level. Is that overall level since I have 2 spellcaster levels? Or is that just pure Warlock level?
That would be just pure warlock level.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a little confused in the multi-class and it got a little
Yeah,
weird.
multi-classing casters can get weird. And I've run into this problem before. So, as an example, my wife plays a rogue ranger,
Mhm.
but she's a trickster rogue, arcane trickster, and so she has to track her spell slots differently because, yeah, it's weird.
Well, let's just keep it simple. And the guy in the front boat closest to us,
Mhm.
I will just shoot a agonizing blast at him.
All right.
Soft 20 to hit.
Yes.
13 damage.
Oof. This lizard folk crumples and falls out of the boat. Anything with movement and or a bonus action.
No, I will stand there and I'll yell at the rest of them, like, come no further.
Okay. So, this lizard folk is going to move to engage. This lizard folk is going to move to engage.
You can do the jump battle.
This lizard folk will move to engage. This lizard folk
And get you all stuck to the place.
move to engage. This lizard folk will make it to the shore. In this boat, he's going to go attack Yip. He's going to attack Bognock. Now, the weird thing that you immediately notice is that this last lizard folk in the boat jumps out of the boat and stands here on the shore opposite you and is intently watching what's going to happen. Let's see here. We'll just move around. So the first one we will work on will be Shredder.
Okay.
Lizard folk get 2 melee attacks. Let's see here.
Did we get benefits of our short rest since we were interrupted long rest, or what?
Yeah, you can take a short rest if you're down on hit points. You can roll as many hit dice as you would like for a short rest, but you don't get the benefits of a long rest. Okay, so the first attack is going to be with a heavy club. 17 probably misses you.
Actually,
And
because I don't have my shield out, 17 hits.
okay, let's see then. For 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and he's going to bite. 13 is likely to miss. The second guy on Shredder, 22 to hit
Yep.
for 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and he misses with a 9 on his bite. On Schlagen, misses with his heavy club. He's going to try to bash you with his spiked shield. Kind of misses with a 6. Second guy, club, misses with a 7. Spiked shield misses with a 7. Alright, this dice is getting retired. I just
I
rolled,
love that they're puny attacks.
I just rolled the same numbers like multiple times, so fuck that dice. 6 and a 16 probably misses you. Man, what is going on?
1 second. Let's see. Okay, since I haven't pulled my shield and sword out yet, I'm only at a 15.
Okay, so Spike Shield does 6 points of piercing damage. On Yip, heavy club, 17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. For 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Owie.
And bite, 23 to hit for 7 points of piercing.
No.
And on Bognock, 14 to hit with the club,
Nope.
and 23 to hit with the spiked shield
23 hits.
for 8 points of piercing.
Okay.
this lizard folk just takes the dodge action. Missed. What would you like to do?
Before I take question, I have a question. When I take my sneak attack for the dagger roll, do I add the +1 to from the dagger?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Wasn't sure about that.
Well, the +1 from the dagger is calculated into the weapon damage.
Right.
So
I wasn't sure if it was like the sneak attack has like a separate damage roll.
right, the sneak attack, the +1 doesn't get added to the sneak attack because the sneak attack is added to the damage of the weapon roll. So when you hit with the dagger, you do 1d4 +1 plus your strength modifier or dex modifier for the weapon. Then you roll your sneak attack, but the +1 doesn't get added into the sneak attack because that would be adding it in twice.
Oh, I think I misunderstood how sneak attack worked. I thought it was just like I rolled a d6 to add it into whatever I'm doing.
No. It is an add-in just for the damage.
Oh. So it's like I'm doing extra damage with the attack.
Right. That is
Stab
correct.
him in the kidney and shit.
Right. Which that's why in third edition, sneak attack is assuming that you're finding soft spots or vulnerable spots in your target. Which in third edition is why the undead and constructs were immune to sneak attack. They've removed that from 5th edition, and it works all the time. But yeah.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. I think I was doing sneak attack wrong before. Okay, well, in any case, I will move here
Okay.
and attack.
Okay.
So. Natural 1.
Oh shit.
I'm not quite awake and this water is affecting me.
You go to make your attack and he parries it out of the way with his shield and tries to hit you with his heavy club but misses with a 6. Bonus action.
Alrighty. Is this where I would do a sneak attack then? Is that a bonus action or is that separate?
No, you can do a sneak attack at any point during your turn, but only once per round.
Got it, okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. So I've been doing too little damage on all my sneak attacks this whole time. So I'm supposed to roll for my regular weapon and then add in the d6.
Correct.
Holy fuck, I've just been rolling the d6 without the other thing.
Oh yeah, no. No, this is why rogues are DPS dealers even at low level.
I did not understand that.
It's an addition, not a substitution.
Right.
Oops. Alright, well then I will try for my sneak attack.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have to hit first, huh?
Right.
Never mind. Okay, well then my bonus action, I will just go with my attack.
Okay.
Touch him. The air got fuzzy.
If you didn't already, you can still apply your sneak attack on your bonus strike if you hit.
Right.
Right. But I have to hit first.
Yep.
And I'm fairly certain that 11 is not going to do it.
Nope, that is a miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, what would you like to do? You've got a lizard folk that tried to nom on you.
If I watch him to be a frog, do I still get my sneak attack?
Yes. So Yip is a druid rogue?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You could use your bonus action to wild shape because of your circle, and then on your attack you can make your attack. If you hit, you get your sneak attack.
Hello.
Because Schlagen is within 5 feet of your enemy.
You bite me, I bite you, and I beat giant frog.
Okay.
She takes that back. She turns into a horse so Schlagen can have a mount.
20 to numb the guy that tried to numb me.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, so I have that. I have that. And my sneak.
Uh, 10 piercing, 5 poison, 6 sneak.
Jesus. So you mouth this guy over half his body, and you hear a crunch as his ribs and spine are crushed under your bite.
A laughing frog.
That's got to be disturbing. Shredder.
I will bonus action rage because I'm tired of taking hits.
Yeah, I can just hear your rage. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah. And I'll start with this guy.
Okay.
I'm using claws instead of the tail mode this time.
Okay.
17 hit,
Yes.
11 points.
Okay.
Second hit with the same claws, same action.
Okay.
Oh, I should reckless. Yeah, let me reckless that. 26 to hit,
Yes.
13 more points.
Okay, and this guy goes down to your savage claw attacks.
Second attack,
Well, that's kind of loaded and for the catch up. No problem.
23 to hit,
Yes.
11 points.
Yes.
Second claw, same attack.
Dang.
Yeah, barbarians are stupid crazy.
Get it.
And
8 more points.
this guy goes down.
And I do not have a bonus because I used it to rage, so I will move up there.
Okay. All right. Bognock.
I'm going to hit the guy in front of me with my lightning armor.
Okay.
Go Iron Man, Iron Person,
Iron Kitty.
Iron Day.
Just 10. Ugh.
No, that is a miss.
That's a miss. So I took a second level of fighter.
Okay.
So can I try again with my whatchamacallit?
Action surge?
Action surge?
Yes.
I'm gonna try again. Please don't suck. Please don't suck.
That hits.
Awesome. Okay. And then once per turn, if I hit, I get an extra d6 of lightning damage.
Okay.
So that's initial damage, and then I get a d6. Oh, another one.
So 9 points. Okay.
9 whole.
9 whole points. Schlagen.
Update something real quick. So that was on. 7. Alright, I'm going to Schlagen will, I guess I'll hit the guy in front of me,
Okay.
except I will use my axe two-handed now that I can do that.
Okay.
gonna assume hits.
Yes.
No, for a crappy 11 damage.
That's a pretty good hit.
2 plus 9. I didn't roll for shit.
Okay.
Or did he drop?
No.
Alright, I'll stay there then.
Okay. Lizard folk. This guy once again is going to take the dodge action and continue to watch intently. This guy is going to attack Shredder and dismally miss with a 7. Spiked shield. 19 probably misses you.
No, it hits. I don't have my shield up.
Oh, okay. For 6 points of piercing damage.
3?
Yep. Seeing the writing on the wall, this guy is going to attack Shredder. 15 to hit with the club.
Nope.
And 19 to hit with the spiked shield.
Yep.
For 7 points of piercing damage, so another 3.
3. Yep.
And this guy is going to attack Schlagen with a club. 15 to hit with the club.
It does, because I'm one-handed or no shield right now.
For terrifying 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and he misses with his spiked shield. And this guy is going to continue to attack Bognock. 19 to hit with the club. No?
Nope.
And 21 to hit with the spiked shield.
21 just does it, yep.
For 8 points of piercing damage.
Jeez.
Yeah, he got a good roll on that one.
I'm really annoyed with this max damage. Twice.
Missed. Let me move some guys out of the way here. I gotta move the body so that you can step on them.
Alright. I will move to here
Okay.
and attempt to stab you with my dagger.
All right.
That's better than the last one. Alright. 18 to hit.
That hits.
This one?
Yep, that hits.
Okay. Where are you? There you are. This time I will do my sneak attack. 11 damage.
Okay, and this one. Actually, this one's still up. So, bonus action?
Alright, and for my bonus action, I will do unarmored, or my flashy with my hand on this one.
Okay.
Balls.
That is a miss.
More slappy.
Easy kitty.
Yeah, 12 misses.
And what about a 12?
12 misses.
I didn't say a 12.
Oh, I thought you said that you rolled a 12.
I don't know. I think Billy guy was talking or something about something other there in the background. I don't know what he said. I didn't think it.
So what'd you get for your hit?
23
That hits.
for 7 damage.
Okay.
Max damage.
He is still up. Okay. Yep.
Yip is going to froggy pounce the guy over there.
Which one are you?
So
I see.
So wait, what are you
Did
doing?
you pick this one up?
What is Yip doing?
Yip is going to froggy pounce over there.
Okay. You get over there, and the lizard folk drops his club and shield on the ground and holds up his hands and starts saying something to you in Draconic and kneels down on his knees.
May I speak Draconic?
So he is saying that he says,
I didn't want to join the gang. I grew up in a bad neighborhood.
hold on here. He tells you, he says, Snapjaw, no attack. You clearly great warriors can help lizard folk. But he doesn't yell it. He says it loud. He only says it loud enough for you to hear.
Well, I can't speak as a frog, so... I'm gonna do like weird froggy sign language to try to tell him to tell his lizard folk to stop attacking.
He has no idea what you're trying to say.
Cool.
Yeah, lizard folk aren't really that bright. He's like, I don't... I'm not grokking what you're putting down.
I will unwild shape and then actually say it in Draconic.
Okay. He tells you that other lizard folk don't follow him. He's part of secret resistance against the bullywugs and the dragon kneelers.
Okay, shh. Secret. We're best friends.
Okay. Shredder, what would you like to do?
First, I'll attack this guy. Reckless attack.
Okay.
$23 to hit.
Yes.
10 points.
Okay.
Second one. $27 to hit.
Yes.
9 more points.
He's still up.
We need a third.
He's still up. He's not looking good,
Okay.
but he's still up.
26 to hit.
Yes.
11 more points.
All right, and his insides are now on the outsides.
Okay, my fourth claw attack on this guy. Ah, 15.
That's a hit.
Oh, wow. 10 points.
And you disembowel this guy.
Nice.
Then I will, not knowing what was said, I will move across the river and attack who I believe to be a spellcaster.
So you get across the river. This guy's leaning on he's down on his knees, and he has his hands up in front of Yip.
Well, I am raging, so under 50, I'm still gonna whack on him, but over 50, I make some sense of it.
Decapitate him right there.
No, I rolled an 8, so I'm gonna wail on him. Bonus action claws.
Okay.
Secret friend, no!
Does 14 hit?
It does not. Oh,
Yes.
wait. He dropped his shield. So yes, a 14 does hit.
Okay, so
Secret friend, no!
D6 plus 2. 8 points damage.
Okay. So you swipe at Snapjaw, and he's got slashes across his chest, and he rolls over onto the ground in a submissive position with his hands up. And he's rapidly yelling or rapidly saying in Draconic something. Do you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay, so he's chattering away in Draconic, but his body language is clear that he is surrendering.
Okay, well, that's the end of my turn, so I can't actually kill him by mistake, but still.
Bognock.
I'm just going to use my lightning again and keep trying to make that work.
Okay.
Because everything else I have is like ranged, and that's not terribly helpful. So, Infiltrator armor. Come on now.
That's a miss.
Okay, then I'm gonna throw a rock. Well, no, because if it's ranged, am I at disadvantage for throwing rocks?
Right.
What about, am I at disadvantage with magic missile?
No, because magic missile automatically hits.
Okay, then I'll do that.
All right, good.
Defense armor, I'll throw a rock.
So if you are at
just take 2 steps back so I can throw a rock at you, that'd be great.
so magic missile, there's 3 darts. And
see.
that
3, 2, and 2.
that
So
this guy goes down.
finally.
All right. Anything with movement?
No, I think I'm gonna hang back and see, watch I'm not interested in crossing the river, and I'll just watch, see how it plays out.
Okay. Schlagen.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to cast, how wide and deep is that river?
Well, calling it I guess it is a river, but it's difficult to say that it's really a river. It is so slow moving that you would be waiting a very long time if you were just drifting in a boat. But as far as depth, it's anywhere from 6 feet deep to 20 feet deep in spots. And it is black and brackish water.
Yeah, I'm not fond of that, so I'm going to cast a new spell, and I will do...
Purify water. I will turn the marsh into good, clean drinking water.
How much magic would that take?
A lot. Material component is money.
There's a lot right there.
So, I mean, you still have a lizard folk in front of you.
Yep, and as a bonus action, I will cast Misty Step,
Okay.
and I will appear there.
Okay. And you see in front of you this lizard folk with a slash across his chest laying on the ground in a surrendering position, chattering away in Draconic, saying, no attack, Snapjaw friend, you powerful warriors can help.
Secret friend.
Then if that's the case... Are you sure he's Secret Friend?
Secret friend.
I will... Does he look mostly dead?
He's taken probably half... Yeah, he's bloodied. He's taken almost half his hit points.
I will cast Cure Wounds on the little creature.
Okay.
Oh, and he got max, so... 12?
Okay, he's back up to full. And you guys just see the slashes heal into scars across his chest.
I hate to see my work undone.
I cast Cure Wounds. Suddenly, staples appear across the grievous wound.
Well, you hit him, I'll cure him. You can hit him again, I'll cure him.
It's just utility. They're supposed to die when I hit them.
This lizard folk is going to attack Mist with a club attack, and Mist with a 7. And his shield, a 14 to hit.
Does not.
Okay, so he cocks that up. And what would Mist like to do?
Mist will stabby with my dagger.
Okay.
Why? Like, I don't even know, like an 8 or something.
No, that's a miss.
Alright. Then I will go.
Have them shipped to you.
Huh?
Order your new dice and have them shipped to you.
You know, I thought that one was rolling well, but apparently it was only the very first roll. After that, I was like, no, I lied. Alright, let's try this unarmored, bare hand, slashy, with my claws.
Okay.
Haha! 19 plus 24 to hit.
Yes, and you don't get sneak attack because there's nobody around him and you don't have advantage on the attack.
Indeed. And so I will do my depot. All back. Hey! 7 points of damage.
Okay. Actually, that is enough, and this guy drops.
The D4 can stay, the D20 not so much.
Yeah, right. I find that to be often the case. So, this guy that you have that is surrendering tells you his name is Snapjaw, and he tells you that the first thing he tells you is that the elf who is in command of Castle Naerytar has commanded that any strangers in the mare are to be killed or captured, but never to be engaged in conversation. He can see that you are great warriors and that you could help the lizard folk. He knows that the lizard folk have been ordered by the dragon kneelers to take treasure from the Carnath Roadhouse all the way back to the to Castle Naerytar. He says that the lizard folk are paid in steel blades. The elf is paying them in manufactured steel blades and shields. But so far, and you immediately know, well, if you guys are getting paid in steel blades, why are you carrying around clubs and spiked shield? These spiked shields are basically tortoise shells with, wooden spikes driven into them. And he tells you that the lizard folk resistance has hidden away these steel blades, so that when the time is right, they can rise up against the dragon kneelers and the bullywugs. And he tells you that the dragon kneelers have made a pact with a fearsome black dragon that claims the Mare of Deadmen as its basically as its territory and domain. And the name of the dragon is Varagamanther. And Varagamanther is great dragon, powerful. In fact, it is so powerful that it can travel vast distances almost instantly. Everybody make a history check.
History.
7.
Right. 9. Slugging got a 9.
Wow, you guys are... Oh, but Bognock got a 14.
9.
Oh, I accidentally rolled it twice. Yeah, I got 14.
Okay. So, Bognock, you have heard tales that there is indeed a black dragon that roams the marsh, the Mare of Deadmen, and you have heard these wild tales that this dragon has the capability of appearing literally hundreds of miles apart in multiple locations. So Snapjaw is telling you that the dragon kneelers have made a deal with this dragon, and he tells you that the deal was made by black half dragon named Resmir. And he says that they also pay the lizard folk in magic talismans. And when you're looking around his neck, you're seeing that there are like, he's wearing like leather thong jewelry with like glass beads and like, you know, a copper piece of the hole drilled through it. And the lizard folk think that these are magic talismans.
Just to be on the safe side, I'll go ahead and do cast magic or detect magic at will.
Yeah, he's got no magic.
The tiniest normal ring could be the one ring.
So Snapjaw tells you that that he's unhappy about the situation in the mare, and he developed he thinks that you guys are the key to driving out the problems in the mare. Now, what he details as the problems is that in addition to the lizard folk, the dragon kneelers have brought on a tribe of bullywugs. And the lizard folk hate the bullywugs. And they want to put down the bullywugs and remove the dragon kneelers from the mare, but the time hasn't been right, and the resistance is small. A great number of the lizard folk are on the fence about, you know, what to do. They think that they may have done something wrong. So the lizard folk actually venerate Viragamanther, but they're wondering what you know, untold crime did the lizard folk commit for Viragamanther to side with the dragon kneelers and the bullywugs and leave the lizard folk in squalor. The lizard folk are essentially treated like stupid slaves, while the bullywugs are in charge of security and whatnot at the castle.
I kind of want to go beat up the bullywugs just because they sound like bad guys from a Disney movie.
Right? Yeah. Like something you'd see on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Even the bullywugs.
Right. He tells you, he says he can lead you to the castle, and he says that he can essentially he can spirit you into the castle, and that the lizard folk will probably leave you be because you're newcomers, and who's to say that you're not dragon kneelers yourselves. And he taps on Schlagen's well, I guess Schlagen doesn't use a sword. He taps on one of your sheaths that has the dragon motifs that you stole from the camp, and he says, who's to say that you're not dragon kneelers yourselves?
Kill many.
I do have the pendant to help infiltrate the cultists.
Right.
You think you're a cultist?
Okay.
So he's basically asking, like, how can I prove that I'm not a cultist?
No, he's saying that he can sneak you in and tell everybody that you're cultists.
Oh, okay.
He says you may still get stopped and questioned by the bullywugs, but bullywugs fat and lazy probably not do anything.
Well, by the might of Bahamut, we will avenge your people.
Okay. So I'm just going to remove him from the board because he will travel with you as the party.
Well, I could use a rest, at least short, but long to get me back rages. So, if anybody needs spells, you gotta go whack.
Yeah, you guys could go ahead and take a long rest.
We.
Sweet.
All right. Yeah, you are able to complete a long rest with no interruptions. give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
Where does it sound like somebody chopped the political game over there? There's chop, 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 chop.
Huh. I didn't think you'd be able to hear me hitting myself in the leg with my coaster because I'm sitting here doing nothing.
So you doing the cocaine thing, hitting yourself in the coaster.
Sorry, my bad. It's too much coke over here.
I'm looking at you, right?
Black and I can't taste nothing.
Okay. So, you'll get your hit points and spell slots back. Section of the map. So, Snapjaw brings you to, he brings you through the marsh. And you're able to make it to the edge, and you can see a large castle. Let me find it. I have a picture of the castle. And this is what the castle looks like.
Good sized castle.
And in front of the castle, there are these reed and basically reed and thatch longhouses that have been built. And to the north, you can see that there are just north of you, you can see that there are the reed longhouses are very neatly kept. And you can see numerous lizard folk moving in and out of these longhouses, very neatly kept, organized. To the north, you can see these small huts made out of God knows what. They probably started with sticks and reeds, and then covered them in mud and dung, and you can see numerous bullywugs moving in and out of the huts to the north. Let me find some bullywugs.
Well, I removed me from the woods or something, miraculously.
I survived somehow.
And became a ranger.
Hooray! You made it.
Playing multi-classing.
Hold on, and I will throw you on the board.
Thank you.
It only took you a minute to find a bush to go pee in. It's fine.
Minor.
I had to call AAA for
Ugh.
like the first time in ever, so.
So they showed up and got you fixed?
Yeah, it was really nice. I was super glad. We signed up for them, we paid off our cars, so we signed up for them, because of course it's gonna start breaking right away, so yeah, that's exactly what happened, so. I'm glad I got to make it at all, though, yeah.
We're glad you're here. Emerging victorious from your wagon breaking down.
We just all got super awesome, powerful, magical weapons and you missed out, but other than that.
Sorry.
I knew it.
So they have met a lizard folk named Snapjaw, who has told them that he believes them to be great warriors that will help liberate the lizard folk people from the bullywugs and the dragon kneelers that have taken over the castle.
Well, this sounds right up my alley. Finally, we get to liberate some reptiles.
So, let me make this a little wider. There we go. That's better. So, this area with the long houses, like I said, is very neat. The bullywugs, on the other hand, to the north in their mud and shit huts, is a complete disaster area. The ground is churned up into mud, and you see that inside these huts that the interior is basically just churned into a 2-foot deep pool of mud, and the bullywugs don't have any concept of having their own hut, and so they all just pile into whatever hut is closest and sleep on top of each other in the mud. And this causes some huts to be left completely empty, while others are there's another hut that is just crammed full of bullywugs all sleeping in the mud. On the flip side, the interior of the lizard folk longhouses has very neatly kept reed floors, and they have a small fire pit where they keep the coals, the fire low, and just hot coals to keep the interior warm. And Snapjaw shows you in one of the longhouses. He shows you that that they are very careful, and so they have they've made a storage crate that they keep up off of the floor because they don't want it to get wet. And inside, they have very nice steel short swords and shields that they keep wrapped in oilcloths because they know that they'll rust. And then to the south, you see that there is an entrance to Castle Naerytar that leads into a barbican. And it looks like at one point long in the past, this castle looks like it is in various states of disrepair. The front entrance used to have a pair of wooden doors, large, 12-foot tall wooden doors leading into the castle. However, the doors are barely hanging onto their hinges, and you notice that the bottoms of the doors are actually stuck in the mud, so they wouldn't be able to be easily closed even if they wanted to. And hanging over the entrance is, you can see the lower half of a portcullis, and you can immediately see that the portcullis, the iron of the bars for the portcullis are practically rusted through. You're not sure that this portcullis would be able to be dropped in any case. And it's just wide open right now. And inside, you see a number of bullywugs. Hold on here. I will tell you how many bullywugs. There's so many bullywugs.
So a number of them, does that mean they're all standing there making like a giant four together?
Yeah.
So the group is like united in the cause of lizard people liberation currently, or
More or less, yeah.
okay. All right, groovy. I can go with that. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like an argument to be had.
No, I think it kind of seemed like if we can disrupt these guys and create chaos, then it will benefit us later. At the very least.
Right on, let's do it.
Do you guys have a secret secret handshake?
I don't know, those are in the Froggies phase, so haven't gotten all the bugs down.
Okay.
And so, yeah, this Barbican is packed with these bullywugs, and there's 10 bullywugs and 3 giant frogs in the Barbican. But Snapshot tells you that the bullywugs are fat and lazy, and that he's sure they'll probably stop and question you or whatever, but bullywugs are stupid. So he's confident that you'll be able to just make your way in. What would you guys like to do?
Roll the dice. See if you can talk us all the way in.
Okay.
Feels like a really stupid excuse for going in there. I'm trying to think of something, but I'm also like, I'm wolfing down some lunch because I didn't eat like the whole time I was eating stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, sucks when your car breaks down. It really does. Who wants to take point going in?
Not me. Oh.
I suppose Schlagen can. He's got the +1 to infiltrate cultist, and he's a dragon with a 4 charisma.
That's.
And walk in, start slapping him like, I'm in charge now.
Cool.
Who wants to be behind Schlagen?
I will be.
Okay. Yeah, probably send your lizard type people first. Who's next?
Yip, yip.
Okay. And that kind of puts the rest of you towards the back.
I figure the catapult probably look a little bit strange but intimidating, but we shouldn't be in the front.
I just tell people you're my pet kitty. They'll be fine.
Sloppy mud covers the stone floor of this large chamber. Planks have been laid from the gateway to the causeway entrance to the east to create a 10-foot wide raised boardwalk for cultists who don't enjoy walking through the mud the way the bullywugs do. The slippery mud makes everywhere off the planks difficult terrain. A few tables have been thrown together from planks laid across barrels with crudely made benches for seats. The tables and benches are nearly as muddy as the floor. There's no windows, and as Schlagen, as you lead the party coming in, this bullywug croaks out in like broken common. Goes, "Who you what do here? Not seen before."
Mary Kay calling?
Would you like some makeup, blush, or foundation?
Can I tell you about our liquid Lord and Savior?
You know, I sell some crushing waves.
Right. How do you guys want me to handle this? Persuasionally or intimidatingly?
Persuasionly.
I thought you'd say something like you lost something over there. Like something, you know, they're idiots. So you can say whatever you want. Say
Right.
something.
I think it looks more like persuasionly to start, at least.
Yeah. Like I lost my pet cat. It ran this way. Have you seen it?
Have you seen Mr. Scratchers?
What was the name of the black dragon? The half dragon we're looking for?
Resmir.
I will look at him and be like, Resmir told us to come here and make an inspection.
Make a persuasion check.
17. Oh, I'm sorry, 21.
So, the bullywug looks at you and is like, "Okay, please tell Resmir we guard Barbican well." And you just see these bullywugs just. When Snapshot told you that the bullywugs are lazy, no lie, they're lazy and they are filthy creatures. This entire area is just a disaster.
I will point at the guy and be like, I demand you take me to go see him now.
Well, follow me. And he leads you towards the causeway.
I shall follow.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm keeping my shield on though. I don't have my weapon drawn, but I have my shield out.
Okay.
Since my weapon's bound, I can make it appear and disappear at will. Yeah.
So, and you see that the Barbican also has a set of mud-covered stairs that lead up to a second level above. And the causeway is a 180-foot causeway crosses the moat around the castle. And I say moat because it's really difficult to tell where the marsh ends and the moat begins. I mean, just looking at this, you wouldn't know that it's actually supposed to be a moat. But you get the distinct impression that when this castle was built, that the marsh hadn't really made it this far in. That maybe this was, on higher ground at that time. But the marshes in recent years has crept in.
It's New Orleans.
Basically, yeah. It has no roof. You look up and you can see that if anybody was on the second floor of the Barbican, they would be able to fire arrows or whatnot down onto the causeway. So this whole bridge thing is completely open to the air. And you see that further east there is this little bulge that sticks out of the causeway that looks like it was a defensive location, but is not currently manned. And he leads you
Do you not like that? Do you not want
They're
to?
keeping the boxing a slave. Revolt!
He leads you into the outer ward. The ground here looks like at one time it was hard-packed earth, but the area in front of the barracks, which you can see directly to the right, which would be here, the area in front of the barracks, the hard earth has been churned into mud by flapping bullywug feet. And in here, kind of setting up where all these guys are. And over here. So you see that there's 4 lizard folk, and you see 4 bullywugs moving their way in and out of the barracks. And then he leads you into the inner ward. Now in the inner ward, when you come in here, you can see that the inner ward looks like at one time it had a door that separated the inner ward from the outer ward, but now that door is rotted through and it's just open. You can see that the inner ward is actually patrolled by 3 drakes. Let me find some drakes here. Lizards. There we go. Here's the lizard. That was actually a good plan on your part, Schlagen, because this is giving you a edge on knowing where everything is and what you're facing tactically.
It is
To the north here, you see the entrance to the northwest tower. Actually, that would be the northeast tower. Or confused. The door to this tower has been torn off its hinges and lies on the ground. Originally, the wooden door was at ground level with a pit beneath it for confining prisoners. But you can see through the door that the wooden floor is completely rotted away, and the pit has been filled nearly to ground level with garbage and mud. There must have been a wooden floor in this tower when it was built to cover the dungeon pit beneath it. Now, the floor is gone and the dungeon has been turned into a garbage pit and latrine filled with foul-smelling waste and swamp water to just a few feet below the level of the doorway. The floor above is badly rotted and large portions have collapsed. Through the gaping holes in the second floor, you can see that the third floor is still in good condition, but to reach the stone stairs that circle upward around the outer wall, you must cross 10 feet of indescribable muck. And the bullywug leads you to the central keep here. Where did it go? The entrance to the main keep is raised 3 steps above the level of the inner ward. A stout wooden door in good repair bars it, but the door is not locked. Front chamber is a small version of a great hall with a few tables and benches that look like they are seldom used. Spiral stairs lead up to the second floor, and the bullywug looks at you and he points to the spiral stairs and goes, "Resmir upstairs."
Resmir's here?
Yes. Up the stairs.
Isn't this like... I will look at the bullywug and be like, give me a moment with my colleagues.
Yes, of course. And he hops away.
Hey guys, did you know Resmir was gonna be here?
Holy crap, no.
Are we ready for that, or?
Oh shit, I didn't expect to actually get what I wanted.
Maybe we should just like wander in the woods for a little while.
Let's go grind and level up.
Yeah, let's go back out of the castle and kill boars until we're high enough level to take on the big bad.
Oh man.
I just didn't think we were gonna catch him so quickly.
Well, I mean, the bullywug's just telling you what. Make an insight check.
But didn't you say that he's rumored to be able to be in more than one place at a time?
No, the black dragon Varagamanther is rumored to be able to be in multiple places.
Is it possible that he's upstairs and somewhere else? Is that the problem? No.
So
Somebody's impersonating him or whatever too, or he's mistaken because these people are idiots. So.
Right, he just like took off and no one noticed.
you guys can make an insight check.
Oh,
Okay, everybody roll insight, Krista.
14 for Schlagen.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, I thought the bull was taking us to a prisoner, not the guy.
I got 8. That's pretty shit.
I got 8 also.
So Bognock, you recognize that it seems to you like the bullywug just took you to where Resmir lives. Because you look inside this small great hall at the bottom of the this keep, and it's nice, it's clean. It's not like everything else you've seen. Whether or not Resmir is actually in his residence, you don't know. There's also, off of the great room, there is a door leading to a room here. But you don't know what's in there. The door is closed.
Leroy Jenkins.
Somebody slap the turtle on the ass and kick him into the door. See what happens.
So,
I bet you donut.
no, is muddy everywhere leading up to there, or I'm sorry, I got confused.
So everywhere else in so far in this castle is covered with mud that has been churned up by the bullywug feet because they are slobs and disgusting creatures. But when you look inside this room, where he has led you to where he says Rezmir is, Bognok determines, well, he's clearly led you to Rezmir's current residence. The inside is well appointed, it's clean, it's not like anywhere else that you've seen in the castle.
Okay, because since I became a ranger, I can track things now, and I just wondered if that would be useful at all in this situation.
Is
Like,
the
well, somebody's been around recently, and I picked dragons as my creature of choice for that. I don't know if it applies to half dragons though.
Go ahead and make a survival check, and you can make it at advantage.
Okay. So that's 16 altogether.
So you can determine that, yes, you're able to determine that there are some draconic tracks that have been in here and go upstairs.
Okay.
Also,
No.
But wait, there's more.
you notice on your 16 as well that there are some human boot prints that go to this door.
Let's check that out first, since humanoid is probably going to be easier.
Okay.
That's my vote anyway. If anybody else wants to do something different, go for it.
That's good.
I'll just clear the dungeon before fighting the boss.
So this door is locked.
Ooh, just don't pick it.
Can I pick it subtly, or will anybody around notice?
Well, I mean, picking a lock, unless you're directly observed, doesn't generate a lot of noise.
Alright, I'd like to try and pick a lock.
We can tell them you're fixing it if someone comes by, like they're dumb. So
Well, the frog things are dumb. How dumb are those other things that are around?
right. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Guard drakes? Well, they're outside. So I mean, you guys could step inside this room and shut the door.
Oh, that door's okay. Got it. Cool.
So go ahead and make a thieves' tools check. Did you take expertise in thieves' tools?
I did.
So it would be your dexterity modifier plus double your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Thank goodness. 15.
Yeah, that is enough. You are able to pick the lock. It looks like these are guest rooms. They are reasonably warm and comfortable. You see that there is an armoire. In the armoire are some three sets of red robes are hanging in the armoire, and there is a small box of silver inlaid redwood that is locked, sitting on a side table.
It's probably nothing. Let's move on.
I must know.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm serious.
Detect magic?
Detect magic. You detect magic on the box itself.
Careful, guys. It's a
Can I
trap.
see any of them before I try and pick it?
You what?
Can I see if there's like any traps on it before I try and pick it?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Alrighty, investigation. 19.
You are able to determine that there is a trap on the hinge of the box.
Ooh.
Have you disarmed it?
How would we disarm that? How do we do that? What kind of trap is it? Can it check? See if it's like specifically on the.
On your 19, you can determine that it is a glyph of warding.
Oh, magic trap.
Hey, magic dudes. There's magic trap on the hinges. Hey, y'all.
Let's see if I have any kind of dispel sort of thing. I don't think I do. I might. Oh, wait.
You said that there's silver inlay on the box?
Correct.
Yip touches it, it's shiny.
Nothing happens.
Okay, good.
I was thinking I could like build something that would trigger it, but I don't know how helpful that would be if it's magic.
Or you just stand far away and throw heavy rocks at it until it breaks.
Would it make a lot of noise to like disable, to like break away the hinges from the rest of it so that the hinges don't move?
You mean like pull the pin out of the hinges?
Yeah, something like that. So like the hinges like themselves don't move because the magic's on the hinges. Like maybe if we just like don't, the hinges stay, we just like take the lid off all the way with the hinges intact.
You could make a dexterity plus double your proficiency bonus with your thieves' tools to see if you can do that.
Because I got no tinkering, so I think I could do the help action, right?
Yeah, me too. I have alchemist, cartographer, smith, thieves, and tinker tool proficiencies.
So either one of you can give him the help action.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Does that mean I roll it at advantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Bognock is helping.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm doing something else.
22.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get the pin out. Do you want to? So the box is still locked on the front. Do you want to make a check to unlock it?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's not at advantage, right? Just regular roll?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose Bognock could be leaning over your shoulder and being like, "Yeah, put it right there," and you know.
I suspect she's more like, ugh, just fucking let me do it.
God, you're so useless.
But she's holding her tongue for once.
Her tail's
Well, I did
twitching.
not work very well on that.
Exactly.
I only rolled a 9 on that particular one.
You rolled a 9?
Yeah, that time.
Okay. So
Everybody's back.
Bognock and Mist make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Yep. No, I cannot.
14.
Nope.
Told you I should have done it.
I should have believed in you.
You didn't say anything. What are you talking about? That was a 5.
Okay, so your failure on the lockpick sets off the trap.
Damn it. I do
Well,
want
we needed to raise our XP before we fought the big guy, so it's fine.
Both of you take, initially, a Melf's acid arrow goes off. Both of you take 9 points of acid damage immediately. And then you take another 10 points of acid damage. The box itself is destroyed, and the robes in the armoire are destroyed as well.
Oh, lame. Oh.
Shit. All that trying to disable the trap for nothing.
I should have blessed you guys. I'm sorry.
That wouldn't have mattered. That was a 5.
Yeah, he still would have been short on trying to pick that lock.
Okay.
Oh, that is on the lock. I rolled a 9, but still wasn't very good.
So Bognock and Mist are smoldering from acid.
Do you guys want to be healed, perhaps?
I just give us each some of the potions that I always have on us. That I always have on.
Yeah, you guys can drink a potion.
That's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn. 2 potions? Because we both took like 20 points of damage.
Crazy.
I have found that in 5th edition that traps seem to do more damage than most of the monsters.
Okay. So it's 2d4 plus what?
2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I would like to drink 2 potions.
You can do that. You have enough time to do that.
Alright, I'm back up to 37 now. Do you need an extra potion now that you've taken 2? Or 1 or whatever?
I think we lost Jeff.
I will be okay for now. I may change my
Somebody
mind.
has
Oh, I just, I'm coming back. Webpage. Flip the tab on me.
Oh, yeah. I've done that numerous times.
Go on. Okay, I'm loading.
Okay. So, you guys hear in the Great Hall room, you guys hear this sizzle, a splash and sizzle as and you can see some acrid smelling white magic smoke come out of the guest rooms. So they're
Hear me cursing very loudly.
yes, there is this spiral staircase that leads upstairs. There's nothing else worth that would be worth scavenging in the guest rooms anymore. It was all destroyed.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Good job. Burn the evidence.
Yes.
As a do-over spell.
So should we go on up and meet our... Just don't challenge him to solo combat again.
Yeah.
I just realized I had an inspiration. I could have gave you an inspiration to reroll. Never mind. Too late. Too late.
Shit, I think I had an inspiration I could have used. I forgot about those things.
Glad to know we're up for the challenge.
That'll probably come in handy.
Got this, guys. We got this.
More lethal in the future. Yeah.
But there might have been some epically shiny in there.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Oh, there it is. I was like, where the fuck did my thing go? This doesn't look big enough at all. Hold on just a second.
Detachable thing.
Thank
Thank you. I appreciate you for laughing at that.
That's better. Okay, so you come up to the second floor. Oops, that's too far. The second floor of the keep is occupied entirely by a bedchamber. Well, not entirely, but it looks like this entire floor is a residence. There is a door here that is closed. This area seems to be there is a small hearth along the western wall that provides heat. There's a writing desk, a large padded chair, and a bench are drawn up near the hearth. However, most of the room is largely empty.
Even if I investigate?
You can make an investigation check.
Come on, guys.
Are we all doing the investigation or just?
If you feel like it. I mean, I got 18.
Okay.
Does sound like we need to.
I got 24.
Yeah, I don't think I need to. I will just investigate your investigations.
You're just gonna supervise.
Leave it to the nerds over here.
I was supposed to have my coffee pot and just start making coffee watching.
So you investigate this room. You don't really find anything. It looks like this room is occupied. There is a small fire in the hearth. But, Elmira, you hear that there is sound coming from the other side of this door, like there's somebody moving around in there.
Okay, I'll let everybody know. And I'm not going first.
What would you guys like to do?
I feel dismayed after my failure at lockpicking. I let the others decide.
I will do detect magic to see if anything's on the other side that is of note. Or of the door.
That's a really good question.
So yes, there is something scary behind it. The answer.
Half dragon taking a dump.
I do a detect magic, and you have a. Therefore, ready your defenses.
I'm kicking in the door and launching a fireball.
You detect an aura of transmutation magic.
I will definitely relay that to the party.
And I will look up what transmutation means.
You need to just do something.
He's using the vaporize spell.
Okay, who wants to bless? If that makes you guys open the door, let's bless you.
Okay.
Well, okay, so Shredder, Slogan, and Bognock and Myth need to do rock, paper, scissors.
You can have it more time.
For the last time.
I'll let Bognock have it.
Okay. Let me mark that off.
Yeah, I'll totally Leroy Jenkins the door if we're ready.
You're blessed. You are blessed. So
Chris,
blessed.
can I rage before he kicks the door in?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, everybody ready?
All right, let's do this. Go team.
1, 2, 3, go, then go, or 1, 2, 3, go.
It doesn't matter because I'm going on 2. 1, 2, go!
Yeah, I'm going on 2. That's the party last.
Well, that's not good for him.
Surprises, making sure the party's also surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, so Schlagen, you're kicking open the door?
Kicking it open like I own it.
Okay.
I'm the police.
And I assume that Shredder is right behind Schlagen.
Yep.
So you kick open the door, and you see this is a sleeping chamber furnished with a bed, a carpet-draped table with a wash basin and grooming supplies, comb, brush, soap, and scented waters on a stool. Rugs cover most of the floor. A raven in a large cage squawks loudly enough that anybody can hear it in the outer ward when you guys enter. And coming out of the rear chamber of this room, you see an elf dressed in black and light blue studded leather armor. And he holds out his hand, and you see a flash, and a longsword appears in his hand. Everybody roll initiative.
As soon as he does that, I'll hold out my hand and flash. There's a big ass axe in my hand. Two can play at that game.
I see your summoned weapon and raise you a summoned weapon.
Yes.
You guys should be able to put in your initiatives.
Done.
Okay. Between Shredder and Schlagen led the way, so he'll be first.
Yep.
All right. So Dralmor Borngray really sucked it up on his initiative roll. So Schlagen, what would you like to do?
Which one is he?
He's up here in this other
We
room.
know him?
No. You Snapjaw told you that there was an elf leading the forces at the castle.
Okay.
I missed which one you said he was. I think I was zoomed in too far.
It is right here. Oh wait, maybe I did. Hold on, that's my fault. Sorry.
Cool, so it wasn't just me. Okay.
That should be better.
There we go.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Top of the screen. Okay, cool.
Actually, hold on just a second.
I lost the combat tracker.
Right, that's what I'm trying to fix because, you know, this is such a great. Roll20 is so great at all of this shit. So everybody remember. So I know Shredder and Schlagen both got 19s. Hold on. I should have known because it was too fucking easy. Alright, now you can put in your initiative. Sorry.
Cricket. You can't.
Do you remember what you got, Carrie?
11. I'm like trying to type it in and it just won't load or.
Yeah, it does that. I've been looking at other VTTs because there's so much annoyance with Roll20. I've been looking at other options, and of course the first one I looked at was Fantasy Grounds Unity, which has some really nice plugins, and it is made to work with both D&D 5e and Traveler, but it does have some kludgy stuff, and talking to Carrie about it, she absolutely loathes it. The other problem is that it does not work with Android, so that's a problem. So then I looked at Astral, and Astral is really cool. They basically took like Roll20 and fixed all the things that were wrong with it, and then upgraded the graphics and some of the features. So like, it has features like you can dynamically build a map on the go, rather than importing a map as a background image. And I was like, man, that's fucking cool. And you can like turn on weather and lighting effects and all this stuff. And they made it way easier than Roll20. Does not work on Android. And I'm like, God damn it. And so essentially I'm stuck with Roll20 at this point. So I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
is it just a web interface? Can't you just open Chrome on Android?
No, Astral and Fantasy Grounds don't do that. They are their own application. And the reason, and that's why they're capable of doing so much more. They just haven't come out with the Android version of the apps yet. And I'm like, they said that there is some stuff planned in the future, but the new updates are still too new. And I was like, that's unfortunate. The other nice thing about Fantasy Grounds is that you don't have to do a subscription. So you could, if I wanted to buy the ultimate version, I think the ultimate version is like $140, but then that's it. You don't have to pay any more for it. You own it outright. And for all of your players connecting to the ultimate version, they can download the demo that's free and have all the features. So yeah, it's got some really neat stuff for Fantasy Grounds, but yeah, I think the learning curve on Fantasy Grounds is too high for the players personally. But from the game master's standpoint, it allows for some really cool shit. Like rather than like in Roll20, for instance, if I use a handout function to show a picture, it's up, and then you can't do anything else until you remove it. Whereas in Fantasy Grounds, I can have a picture up in a handout or a note or whatever, and I can move that window away to another part of the screen while the map is still up. It's really cool.
Yeah, I played on Fantasy Grounds at the very start of doing online, and we had like catastrophic fails almost every week.
Right.
And spent, I don't know, an hour and a half of every session rebuilding characters and so forth. And then we switched to Foundry.
Yeah, I heard Foundry's actually. I should look into Foundry. I haven't looked into that yet. But yeah.
Foundry's not too bad.
Okay.
The hang of it.
So Schlagen, what would you like to do to Drellmore?
I will step up to him with my axe and shield. I am going to swing with a mighty thunder smite.
Okay. Now don't forget. So does Schlagen have spell slots yet?
Oh yeah, I have Warlock and Paladin. Thunder Smite's actually coming off my Warlock's slot.
So here's something to keep in mind for Paladins. Now, this is important. So your Paladin, you can cast a Smite spell as a bonus action.
Yep.
The Divine Smite, the only requirement for a Divine Smite is that you hit with a melee weapon.
Yeah.
Or not a melee weapon, that you hit with a melee attack. So, and that's important because you could, if you had like Shield Master, you could do Shield Bash, but technically speaking, you could punch somebody in the face and that counts, and you can do a Divine Smite on top of that. So you can actually do weapon damage, Divine Smite, and a Smite spell all in one attack.
Oh yeah, if I hit with this thunder, I was going to add the divine on top of it.
Right. But you can do that once you get multiple attacks. You can throw a Divine Smite on every single attack, unlike Sneak Attack for rogues.
Sadly, I don't have that many spell slots.
Right, yeah.
Gotta be a little bit more picky.
Yes.
So, Thunder Smite with a Warlock spell slot. And that's gonna be a... Oh, where's my attack? 22.
That hits.
And throwing that divine on top of that, we're looking at 6, 2,